Coming back to the Iran deal, I read your nuclear Wild Wild West paper, and I think,
Oh, you actually read it?
yeah, I read it.
Now, you realize this is seditious behavior. So
it's,
the reason you pay so much money to come here is you can engage in this without being penalized. Reading, so go ahead.
So I definitely agree that I think one of the keys is reaching some kind of gold standard with regards to the Iran deal. I guess my question to you is, how feasible do you think that actually is? And I know Trump's, he's talked about glaring flaws in the deal, and I'm thinking maybe that might be what he's referring to.
Well,
I might be giving him too much credit.
Yeah, you might be. You might be. I don't know what he's thinking. I think, but I mean, it's very clear that you want to extend the limits, the time when the limits on enriching would fall aside. I mean, that is pretty clear. I don't think he's yet to saying they should get out of this business, but they should. It makes no sense, unless they want to bomb. And as long as those things are spinning, you got a problem. I don't care what the limits are that people say they're on there. It's a problem if they have them at all. In the short run, you'd have to have unbounded optimism to think that you could appeal to their better instincts. However, I think if you had a follow-on deal, there might be, at some point, if not under this administration, perhaps under another, certain kinds of inducements that would not be as hazardous as some of the ones we've engaged in. My favorite is helping them with non-nuclear energy. I don't think that runs the moral hazard quite as much as freeing up assets that could be used possibly for nefarious reasons. You might open up an embassy. You might even make them have to perform to get into sort of the World Trade Organization. They'd have, of course, these are in some cases bitter pills. In other words, they'd have to start thinking about whether they really want those 100 families that run the economy to continue to run it. I don't know, but it seems to me that halfway between supporting what is not a very pretty government and inducing them or putting them in a moral conflict about this, you could get some traction. I don't know. Also, governments don't last forever. We act like we're going to last forever. I'd like to think that's true. But there's not much evidence that anyone has ever pulled that off. And so there may be changes. You don't know. You need to be prepared for that. I think we prepare for bad things better than we do for good things. And the failing to be ready for the good things can produce disasters equally as bad as not being ready for the bad things. I remember our inability to deal with the fall of the wall has put us at crosswise with Russia in a way I'm not sure is absolutely necessary. I mean, there are limits to how much you can make a Russian happy, but I don't think we're at any risk of having gotten there. From the laughter, we have affirmation over here. Does that help? Yes.